If you're like me and obsessed with flowers and Instagrammable moments, you're going to absolutely love the Isabella Plantation. Today, I'm taking you with me as we explore Isabella Plantation throughout the seasons. So whatever time of year you come will always be amazing here. When I came in January, it was really icy, but there was still loads of beautiful reeds. There was like ice across the ponds, so it still makes a really beautiful walk. By the time you get into February and March, you've got the camellias coming out, you've got magnolia, so there's bursts of colour already starting to come through. Late March, it really starts to pop off. You've got like literally stacks of these beautiful flowers, but it's in April where we start to see the azaleas coming through, and that's when you start to see the first rhododendrons, which when they're all mixed in with the magnolias, you're just going to see such a riot of colour. Then the bluebells start to come through too. Finally, as we head towards May, you're going to see much more of the still pond, and this is where the tropical, beautiful fuchsia colours start to come on those trees around the lake, and that's where it really hits its stride. The reflection here is next level. So it's early April now, and as you can see, the flowers are starting to come out. But what you won't believe is that in a few weeks' time, this is going to be absolutely flower fantastic. It's going to be so vibrant and incredible. You will be just seeing like walls of flowers. I can't wait. This is called the Still Pond, and it's really famous for the beautiful colours that go along these trees here and the reflection that it creates. There's also these really big tall trees, so it is really reflection gold and perfect for photos and Instagrammable moments. As you can see, it's just started to bloom now, so this is quite early. There's still loads of colour, but it'll be in the next month that it'll be really hitting its stride, and I cannot wait. Welcome to the Isabella Plantation in May. This is in full bloom, and this is how amazing it looks. Let's go and look around. Okay, so this time of year is honestly, it's such a tropical paradise. There is every colour you can think of. I can see purples, reds, pale pinks, dark pinks, orange. Every single colour is here. There's also the little parakeets chirping about. It's the perfect time to come and visit. This should stretch out for a few weeks now, so definitely come as soon as you can. You've got these whole tree-lined paths and even the streams covered in these beautiful rhododendrons, azaleas, and the camellias are still hanging on as well. It is just so stunning. It's also really massive, so you can definitely get some space. You won't be crowded too much with other people. You can come early morning if you really want to be nice and quiet. Come any time of the day because it's nice and shaded, so the light is always good in certain places. It is a little bit of a trek to get here, but it's absolutely 100% totally worth it to come to this hidden garden in the middle of Richmond Park. If I've got one tip for you, it's to spend as much time here as you can. You could probably get around here in about an hour. It is a lot bigger than it kind of might appear, but if I were you, I'd spend even longer. I'd probably bring a picnic. There's woodland bits, there's bits with water, ponds, streams, you name it. I would spend a good half a day here if you've got the time. If you are coming here for content, this is your paradise because it's so tropical and it's so colourful and it's so incredible. And the good news is, even though this is Saturday afternoon, I've got this whole massive bush to myself, which there's so many of them, so you won't really struggle to get your shot. It will be quite easy. It's also got different light in different areas, so even if it's really bright in some areas, you can find a shaded light somewhere else. It is busy, but it's plenty to go around, so everyone's really super happy. In terms of practical terms, we parked in a car park that has lovely food and drinks, and we had a sandwich before we set off, but it's only about like 15 minutes from the car park. There are different ways to get here though, one of which is to come by train and then to walk here. It is in a little bit of an awkward location, so please do your research before you set off. Because it's a hidden gem, we don't make it easy. There's also loos in here, so you're not going to be stuck. And as I've said before, there's tons of space to have picnics and bring your own food and drinks. So the Still Pond is one of the busiest, most popular places in this park, and that's because it's got all of these beautiful flowers all the way around it, and it creates a really incredible reflection. Now, I don't think it's the easiest to get a photo there, so I've never actually tried, but I have seen people sitting next to the pond and getting lovely arty shots, although it's slightly on the busy side for me. I'd recommend probably having a wander about because honestly, there's beautiful plants and different options everywhere you go, so you don't have to just stick to what everyone else is doing. One thing about here is that there's plenty of places to sit. There's benches dotted around absolutely everywhere, and you can just bring a blanket and sit on the grass. There's also lovely ponds where you can sit around the edges. There are two magical streams in the Isabella Plantation, and they run kind of down each side of the park. They are full of vibrant flowers, very kind of tropical feeling, and they make an absolutely beautiful photo. Although I think of Isabella Plantation as a riot of colour, there's also moments of beauty that is a little bit more serene. This is Thompson's pond, but it's not the only pond that we've got in here. So this, just next to this beautiful willow tree, is Peg's Pond. This is where you're going to see a lot of the lovely ducks, and it's also where one of the entrances and exits are to this park. There's also lots of huge reeds, very tall, so it gives you a very swooshy, breezy, easy breezy place to come. So apparently Richmond Park is 2,500 acres, which makes it the largest royal park in London. That's roughly 3 times the size of New York's Central Park, and it's famous for its wide open grasslands, ancient oak trees, free roaming deers, and of course the stunning Isabella Plantation. I was going to say, this park is absolutely massive. Even though it's all enclosed, I've still managed to get lost a few times in here because you don't really seem to have any signal in here, so it makes it a little bit of a challenge. It's like a secret garden. You have to keep going and finding the exit somehow. One of my other tips for you is going to be footwear. It's going to be to wear trainers here. Lightweight trainers are fine. It's very flat, and it's also quite well looked after. It's not too muddy or anything like that. You could wear hiking boots if you want, but you really don't have to in this kind of park. I would probably recommend trainers over like open sandals and stuff, just because obviously you'll be walking on like gravelly bit and there's lots of woodland bit. So that would be my top tip for you. No heels in here. I hope you enjoyed this video on the Isabella Plantation. There's more information in the caption and a link to my blog, which has even more information on the Isabella Plantation and also other Instagrammable locations and gardens in London. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment so I can do even more of these, and maybe check out another video. Until next time, enjoy.